Good morning, and it's not my fault. I couldn't get into the
That's
game.
an
It is
excuse.
an excuse, but it's a good excuse because I couldn't get into the game.
Hmm.
That took a lot longer than planned. Let's see. Should I grab the ship? No, I should grab a different ship, shouldn't I? Do I have any? Do I have any kinetic on here? One, two. It's only 50,000. I can do it on this one. Whew, I think today is the last day for me on the mandatory event. Yeah, I'm at 13 out of 14. So everything
Which
after
mandatory event?
the current one. Mandatory being I'll have 14, so everything
Crystalline?
after this point will be meta.
You mean the crystalline?
Yeah.
Hmm.
If you've been playing every day, today would be day 14. If you've been playing more than that, you've already got it. And if you skipped a day, you got a little bit more to go.
I'd have to check that because I don't really know. I'm sure I lost a day or two.
Yeah, I thought I had lost a day, but I remember the very first 3 days because it starts like at 2. So I did the 2, then the next day would be at 11, then the next one is at 8. So I was caught up by that point.
Let
Made
me
up for
see.
that one missing day. But I just couldn't do the every 20 hours. It's a little too much.
I got 11 out of 14, so there's
Yeah,
3 days left. Today is one of them, but I
right.
still have a few
So,
hours to go.
okay. So how was your
I
weekend?
misaligned my.
Excuse me one sec. Good morning, Admiral. So how was your weekend, Chris?
Oh, it was okay. Nothing eventful really. Weather was nice.
Oh,
Most of the
nice.
time. I mean, it did try to rain, but it never was like an abysmal downpour. I even managed to walk Hagrid off for a decent amount of time without the need of like, oh, we need to run because it's like gonna drench us or anything like that. So it was nice. It
I
wasn't too hot. It wasn't. It's just fine.
Saturday morning was nice, but there were storms predicted, so I thought let's go run our errand because we had to go to the south side, which is about half an hour away. And I promised the dogs if they came with, I would find a park, which I did right across from where I had to go. So I did my errand, which took less than a minute. And we went to the park and we're walking around. We're having a fine time. And then, vroom, vroom, and the dogs are like, we're going to the car now. Yes. And the storm lasted, yeah, 2 minutes, maybe.
It was enough.
It was enough to scare the heck out of them. So we got home and it stopped raining. So I put on their leashes to go out. As soon as we stepped out, within a minute, the thunder started up. And the little dogs
Oh
went,
my
nope,
god! It was
nope, yeah, nope, nope,
literally
nope.
against you.
And
What are the odds?
yeah, it's just every time I'd go out, the rain would start up. So we had a huge walk yesterday. The
Hmm.
dogs were much happy.
Hagrid got his first banana with me
Oh, what did he
yesterday.
think of it? Some
I mean, I had a banana before.
mm,
I don't. I think he doesn't mind the taste. He doesn't like the stickiness of it.
oh, some dogs love bananas. Others are like, no.
'Cause I mean, I gave him a small piece, and he was like, "Okay, let's munch it," and it stuck to his roof of his mouth, and was like, "Ugh, I need to get. How do I process this?" But I gave him a second piece. He needed a little bit of encouragement, but he ate it as well. But it was like he was uneasy with the fact that it sticks to his mouth and doesn't know how to process it,
Oh, poor baby.
which was kind of adorable and funny.
Well,
Well, by the way, when I say that he is a lap dog, I really mean that he is a lap dog.
of course.
Because, like, as soon as I sat down yesterday on the dog run, this happened.
Okay, let's take a look at that. Oh my goodness, he's so cute. He's such an
Yep.
adorable puppish. Of course he wants to be on your lap.
And he's like, why don't you just run around and smell stuff? There's been tons of dogs since you've been last time. Now I need to sit on your lap. It's like,
Yeah.
okay.
Oh my god, that second picture is such a good profile of him.
I know, he's really a good poser when it comes to pics.
He really is. My dogs, I have pictures of blurs for my dogs. Hey, Mom, we're going to run.
Blurs.
Yes. We have an
about
ad
that.
inbound, so once we get back from ad time, we are going to run some stuff. Oh, I have destructible torpedoes. I think I can do that off of Crystalline thing, can't I?
Sure
Do
can.
those? Yeah, those things count. Okay. So two announcements. I am told, but I will not guarantee 100% that the author Dayton Ward, who writes Star Trek novels, real official Star Trek novels, not fanfic like me, will be on tomorrow's 10 Forward Weekly. That is the plan. And then this Friday, starting at 6 o'clock, we are going to watch Project Hail Mary because it has been released for streaming. So if you want to
Wow.
watch Project Hail Mary with us, you are more than welcome to. We'll be on the movie channel that we've got here. But I was
Well,
trying
it's
to
no
figure
longer
out.
in the theaters for quite a while, so
It's
I
still in the
guess
theaters.
not here.
Oh,
No,
okay.
not here.
Yeah, it is in the UK still as of yesterday. And I think it's here for at least another
Okay,
week.
it's different. Our country's weird when it comes to science fiction. Anything science fiction-y, they don't last very long. We do have a scene for it. It's just like I don't know. People just don't go to movies for science fiction stuff. That doesn't sell unless it's Star Wars,
Yeah, well, that's not science fiction, that's science
which
fantasy.
yeah, yeah, but you know, it's kind of still of a genre like spaceships, hyperspace, whatever. That's still here. It's in the same label, I guess, to a degree. Um, yeah, stuff like that. It's just like, yeah, it's gonna run for a while, but then it's gonna disappear, and you're never gonna see it in the movie theater again. You know,
Yeah,
that
so
kind of
Project Hail
situation.
Mary ends its run this week at the local theaters. And the only movie that's on the schedule for Friday, which tells you that everything's getting killed because they don't know what's coming up, is Mandalorian and Grogu, and they have one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, 8 performances. I think that's not
Um,
realistic.
I'm still confused what that movie wants to be. Because if it's a follow-up to the TV series,
It,
it's
it's
gonna be random to people that have never seen the series. And why is it in a movie theater? Um, it's
yeah.
like it feels like a direct to DVD movie that someone wants to push to cinemas for more money.
Somebody
That's what
described
it
it
feels
as
like.
a compendium. It's like 3 or 4 episodes put together of the TV show, but I don't know. I am not a fan of the
But
TV
it's still
show.
gonna pick up at some point where it left off in the original show. So
Right, right. You have to, I think you have to have an understanding of the show to get it.
yeah, and I'm like, how are they gonna get it? Like,
Well,
don't
the
get me
majority
wrong,
of the
but
people
like,
they
it's
want
not
to
like I
get in
don't
there are
have a
people who've
faith in
seen the
people. But
show. I don't know how well the show did great in the first 2 years, right?
yeah, the first two seasons were okay. Then they tried to spin it off everywhere else,
Hmm.
and that was a mistake. If that means anything anymore, but yeah, weird decision surrounding that franchise because it could have been fine if it was left as a TV series. Who and for the right mind actually thought that this is going to be a good idea to put in a movie theater?
Yeah.
I don't know. Choices. Definitely choices have been made in that department. And I can't say that I agree with those choices. But it's just me, you know. Back in the day, it would have been just a direct to DVD movie, or would be in today's world, it would have been a direct to streaming movie. And people who know it will watch it, and people who don't know it aren't bothered with. It's like a lot of people are like, oh, there's a Star Wars movie. Oh, what is it? Mandalorian and Grogu. What is that? Oh, I
Yeah.
think it's something
Yeah.
to do with the show. Oh, we've never seen that. We don't have Disney Plus. Oh, okay, never mind. It's gonna be like that. There's gonna be conversation like that. Well, never mind then, because it's probably like a wrap up for a show that didn't pan out very well. So we don't know anything about it, and like we don't care. I
Well,
don't know what money Disney is putting an expectation for this, but I heard that they spent a lot of money on making it.
okay, the
So I'm
the
just
number of episodes watched, or sorry, yeah, the number of episodes watched on Mandalorian is quite high. It's in the billions. But that is episodes watched. It's not unique views. The unique views
A
is
lot of people rewatched
yeah,
them.
exactly. The unique views are in the millions and not the high millions either.
And I wasn't a paid subscriber. I had Disney Plus for like 3 years, and I haven't paid a dime for it because it was with my phone plan.
Yeah, well, that's the reason I have Disney.
So I had
It's
access to
free.
it without actually paying for it monthly. I never renewed it because it was like, nah, not for that
Yep.
money.
Hey, every year they offer
Um,
something different. This year they gave me, what did they give me? Peacock, Hulu, and I think Disney. So I have three of them. And they're all free, but I only
Hulu
get
is
them for
still
1 year.
kind of a subsidiary of Disney, right? Hulu.
Yeah, I think they're connected as part of the package. I don't know
Because
how
anything that
ownership
runs
is.
on Hulu ends up on Disney Plus anyway, eventually.
Well, whatever. I've got it for the next like 4 months. So have I turned it on once? No, but I
Probably
might.
not.
But it's free. I mean, so I don't turn it on. I haven't lost anything.
No, no. It's so
Well, we are
ridiculous.
out of the ad. Would you like to do some spacey pew pew?
Yeah, why not?
You willing to do crystalline with me?
I'm still away from mine, but I can do it. It's
Just
so
because I
quick that
have
it's
destructible
painless.
torps.
It's quick and painless.
Yeah, it is indeed quick and painless. We be cued. Wee woo.
Me has a wee woo.
I see that Cliff has logged into the game, so maybe he will be joining us. We will see shortly. So, you know, you and I and everybody is commenting that about 50 to 80% of the time the Admiral Tonight thing repeats. If you hit end briefing, it comes right back up. You know, with this thing.
Admiralty.
Yeah, the briefing part of this.
Yeah,
If
she
you click
keeps
on it,
repeating
right.
herself.
So I've been experimenting over the weekend because I had to play this a fair bit. And
Yeah.
I waited till everybody logged in, you know, all four ship or all five ships were here before I hit the escape or the exit, and it didn't repeat. Okay, so that's one thing. But then the next time, not everybody was in and it didn't repeat. Then the next time, half of them were in and it did repeat. So I don't think there's a rhyme or reason as to why.
No, I don't think there is a
I
rhyme
always hope
logic
I
to
can make
this.
things figure out.
I mean, kudos for you for trying, but you
I
know,
had to run this a lot
it's
this
so
weekend.
it has no. Sometimes it has no logic to certain things that are happening in it. Clearly, I
I
clicked the cloak and it ignored me. Stupid game.
well, I got my my torpedoes, and I got my kinetic damage in what the first 30 seconds. Yep, first
It's
30
nice.
seconds. Yeah, that just leaves me with 6 captains on the ground. Oh, Admiral Kage says he's clicked end briefing and has never come back up for me. That's weird, but that's
Lucky you,
awesome. Yeah, indeed, lucky you.
because I get it every single time.
I don't get
Then
it
I
every
click
single
it and
time.
it ignores the click and it pops up again.
If it happened every
So,
single time, that would be one thing at least I could start to understand. But no, it's whenever the heck it feels like appearing.
so far it never happened with just once for me. It always is twice. Please, Crystalline, you got nothing on my ship.
Oh, this is a good run. We have got 0 shards back on us this time.
I'm running fire well as well,
Nice.
so doesn't have much of a chance to spawn it.
Oh, you would think that would happen, but sometimes it's just evil.
I'm sure there is some randomness to it. Still.
I was in
Oh
with
no, I clicked the wrong thing.
I was in a fairly
Damn.
overpowered team accidentally the other day, and we didn't get the shard thing at all. It took forever, and I don't know why.
Hmm.
It was crazy. Fun though. I mean, it was a fun group. Let's see. Let's go through these. Is this one? Just do it that way. I started cleaning up some tunes and leveling stuff since it is an XP weekend. Is this an XP weekend? Or is it an XP week? Let's take a look here. Let's claim that. It's XP through the 19th, through tomorrow. Okay, so I will level some more ships. Slowly, so I've got 2 completely done as long as we don't have any more prize ships for a while. And then I have to come back and do all the real ships, and it's just like, oh, I'm going to be playing this forever. I'm so tired of leveling ships. Ah. So, what's on your list for today, Chris?
Got to repair some hull in space,
Okay.
destroy 3 dreadnoughts, and I have some Gorn to kill a Nimbus.
Well, I can
Which I'm
take.
not rerolling because it's tedious and it's easy.
Do you want to do Hive Onslaught or do you want to do Infected Conduit for your dreadnoughts? Or is there something else you'd like to do?
I've actually done infected too many times today. Could we do Hive?
We can do Hive, yeah. I did find the patrol Trouble Over Tur. If you have at least 2 people and you're on Elite, it will drop dreadnoughts for you.
That's possible.
But we can do Hive Onslaught and be sure we get it. So I've mentioned this before. We're doing the convention in Vegas, and this will be the last time I host a booth there at this point. I don't intend to do this again. But we always get out there, and I have this all worked out in my head, and I know it's 10 feet by 10 feet, so 3 meters by 3 meters for the space. And I always think, okay, we've got enough room for this, and 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 we don't really. We really do not have that much space. So I mocked up everything. I made a scale grid of everything and laid it out and looked fine looking down. I thought, well, that's not realistic because, things have 3-dimensional space and just writing it out here makes it look like it's tiny. So I made everything, cut up the grid paper, taped everything together. So I've got the front desk and I've got the computer where that's going to go and where all the cables are going to go and where the 2 laptops are going to be and where the palm trees are. So now I've got a 3-dimensional version of it that I'm looking at going, yep, nope, this looks fine. This looks fine as long as there's only 3 of us in there. We're good. Now the next thing is I have the frame for the backdrop. So I'm going to take that out, make sure that fits, which will be up in my garage for a couple of days. Then check out the signage, and then I just have to make my palm trees to take with. We're doing the
Hmm.
Return to Ryza since I have a Ryza backdrop for this one. I'm being so efficient and thorough, it's repulsive.
Oh, don't tell me you're repulsed by your efficiency.
Well, Board King has offered to help me set up, and he will run the booth, but he does other things at conventions. He goes off and he has fun, as he should. As he should. So it's primarily just going to be me, and I'm trying to think everything has to be easy for one person to do. First year we had 6 people, which is 5 too many. Second year it was just me and DT, which is actually perfect. The 2 of us got everything handled. But I will admit we were kind of snipping at each other by the end of the first day. No, it goes here, that goes there, and this goes here. If I can do my best, what's her name? Loris? Loris. This is not queuing up. What the heck?
Oh no, it's flashing, but it's not doing
Yeah,
anything, rudely so.
that is so
Can
weird.
you freaking not, my stupid app?
Let's see, maybe everybody's still playing Subnautica. Nope, they're all here. Everybody's here today. I'm going to unqueue and requeue that just in case there's something else. Let's try that again. Okay, we're back to flashy greens.
So, MGM apparently is looking for a new James Bond actor.
Didn't they have somebody figured out?
No, there were no casting decisions. They only started
Oh,
casting now. There we go. Okay,
oh,
wee
very
wee woo.
nice.
Yeah, they only started casting. They have no announcements to make so far, but they're looking.
Auditions underway. Huh.
I wouldn't mind if they chose Patrick Gibson after the video game.
I don't know who Patrick Gibson is.
Patrick Gibson is a younger generation actor. I think he's who was born in 95. Um, he played in several things, and now he's about to be starring in the video game that is James Bond game,
Ah,
officially licensed with MGM, Amazon, and IO Interactive, which is releasing directly on my birthday, and I'm so excited
well,
for it.
that's nice.
007 First Light, and it's supposed to be more closer to the books, including the fact that James Bond technically used to have a scar in the books on his face,
Yes.
and he's gonna have it. And Patrick Gibson does all the voice work and motion capture for this. He's doing a lot of promo around it. I've seen him
Ah,
in a couple of TV series, including the OA, which was a wonderful, very mind-provoking and quite interesting, very ambitious TV series on Netflix. Right at the point it ended up with a cliffhanger in season two.
ooh.
It had Jason Isaacs in it. Alice Krige had an episode
Oh,
or two
really?
in there. Yeah, and quite a lot of names that I really consider good actors that it never got a. I mean, Jason Isaacs and the creators of this show, they keep saying that they're working to make it continue outside of Netflix. And I'm really hoping that they might have, like, I don't know, buy it out, do it somewhere else, do it independently, crowdfund it, whatever, because it was such a good TV series. It was mind-bending. It was a reality within a reality, a dream within the dream kind of thing, but it
Mm-hmm.
was very fresh. Because, like, it had very how would you say? Even if it had a like a villain character, he wasn't like all evil, or like he had these reasons, and those reasons weren't just blown out of proportion.
Yeah.
He was doing
It's
that for a reason. He was doing that not necessarily even for himself. So it blew my mind. And honestly, Jason Isaacs in it was so superb. Britt Marsling, I don't know if I can pronounce the name right.
I know who that
She was
is.
she was the voice of the Athena computer in Starfleet Academy. Um, Underwhelmingly so, because she's a wonderful actress, and she
Yeah,
was
I
one
was
of the
gonna say I've seen her
co-creators
and stuff.
of that show. She was one of the co-creators of that show, and she starred in it, and it was around her character. She was the protagonist. It blew my mind in so many ways. I was so devastated when Netflix, after getting quite good views of it, decided to like, oh, let's cancel this now. But you know, there's no logic to cancellations at Netflix. Definitely no
Yeah.
brain was used during making that decision. Not a single brain cell was damaged during that decision making. Um, because there were none involved, you know, and that's fair.
I knew where you're going
Yeah,
with that one.
I was so devastated. I'm still salty. I still wanted to continue. It's one of those TV series, those stories that always actually stay with you. That they actually stay with you and they make you think even years later.
Yeah.
It's like, wow, I still remember how it literally left a mark in me. And it's been like what, 10 years since it's been off of Netflix and they never got a continuation. I still don't understand. They continued the House of Cards after Spacey was
Yeah. House of
kicked
Cards with
out of
Spacey
Hollywood
was
without a
great.
single court ruling.
Yeah,
But
Hollywood
that's
has their,
another
yeah.
thing.
That is a whole other thing.
I'm really like puzzled because first thing of all, what was a 12-year-old doing on a Hollywood party in the 80s? Like, where were
Well,
the parents?
he
What the hell
did
was
a
going on?
lot of stuff that is questionable, but
And I'm not talking about Spacey. I'm talking about you know who.
oh, yeah. Yeah.
The
Okay,
guy
sorry.
who accused him of doing something. Exactly, accused him of doing something, but he deliberately recalls that nothing happened. So it was actually kind of ridiculous.
There's
But that started, and then
there's
the
some
entire
stuff I can
spiral that
tell you offline that I cannot say on the air if you ever want to talk about that because I have information about this.
you have information. Oh,
I
that's
do.
interesting. Now
Yeah.
I want to know.
Yeah, but we can talk about that when I'm not putting myself out there for the risk of defamation and getting my butt kicked or sued or worse.
Or no.
Yeah.
No, we wouldn't want that. But yeah, it was just like they finished House of Cards without the lead actor, and they continued The Witcher when Cavill
Yeah, no, that
walked.
was bad. Well,
I
Cavill
mean,
wouldn't
Witcher
do
was bad
it.
from the episode one anyway. So anyway,
Yeah.
it was so loosely based that it could have been just called fanfic and called it a day, and
Yeah.
instead of like it called himself like, adaptations. Like, nah, adaptations respect their source material, don't mock it, and don't, and its writers shouldn't mock it either when they're writing it in the writing room. So no. But then again, it's like, but they cancel this. Like, I'm sorry, but that's a crime on humanity to actually cancel something like that. But
Hold on to that
it's
thought for one
Netflix,
sec. I'm going to switch over to my other account, but the mics will
of
die as soon
course.
as I do that. One moment. We'll be right back, everyone. Yeah, righty. We are back on. Let's grab Complicatus. Let's see what we got here. So getting back to the really important stuff here. Here are some of the front runners for the new James Bond. There was some talk of Henry Cavill, but they decided he's too old, so it's not even something
This
they
is
can.
ridiculous. He was doing casting for Casino Royale.
Yeah,
He was literally doing the same scenes Craig did.
yeah. I have no objections to Daniel Craig. I thought he
They,
did a
they
fantastic job with
no,
Casino
no, but
Royale.
the Cavill wasn't casting for that run
Yeah.
for Casino Royale. There are tapes online which show Cavill doing lines for Craig's Bond with the script. Literally was already written down, and they said that he was too young. And now they're telling me he's too
That's
old.
okay.
I
He's
mean,
working.
I'm
No, no, I want him to
sorry.
focus his work on Warhammer 40K because I think he's going to be brilliant doing that one.
Well, he's currently doing Highlander, if that makes any difference,
Yeah, Highlander's fine, but it's
in my
Warhammer's
city.
long. Oh, in your city?
Didn't I
Oh,
make say that before?
no,
He's shooting
no.
in my city. I
You
mean, I'm
said
not sure if he's still shooting in my city, but
you
he
said he
used to
was
last
doing
week.
it, but you didn't mention your city. I'd be over there visiting you
Well,
and drooling.
I was convinced I told you. I was talking to a couple of people about that, but yeah.
Oh,
But yeah, he was literally in my city. They were using two locations here.
how cool is
Completely
that?
renovated, partially underground train station that they built from ground up after just demolishing a very old one. Um, and I don't know what they were doing some fighting scenes apparently, and
Wow.
then they were doing one in the cathedral.
Oh,
Uh,
cool.
another old cathedral. I don't remember what was the age, but he was like literally, uh, even like during the breaks he was coming up to the fence and writing autographs, and someone even presented him Warhammer something. I don't know what it was.
Oh,
Gave him something from
how
Warhammer. I think it was
wonderful.
a game, like or a figurine
Yeah,
set or
I'm
something,
sure
and
it's
it was from a
figurines.
clan he loves, and he was
Yeah,
so stoked. The smile on his face was really telling.
he's super old school in terms of it. I think he plays just straight out Space Marines for his
Yeah.
group, which I get. I mean, that seems to perfectly fit him. I tend to go a little bit more off. I do Sisters of Battle and things like that, but there aren't as many armies for them. So names that are coming up are for this is the new James Bond. Jacob Elordi? I don't think so.
Who? Oh
Oh
no, no,
God,
no,
no,
definitely
no,
no. Let's not do that.
no. He's too young and too pretty and too scrawny.
Well, if you look at Patrick Gibson, what
Patrick
do you think
Gibson.
of him?
Patrick Gibson. He's still a little on the young side.
Well, he's 31, so
Well,
I don't
okay,
know
so
what
if
you
you
expect.
Google him, he comes up with young guy pictures. Let's see if we can find something current. There we go. I found a current picture of him. Yeah, he's aging into it. I think with a not stupid haircut, it would work.
Yeah, it depends what you see him, but when he's doing the interviews for like the 007 First Light, I think he looks perfectly presentable for James Bond. They could just darken his hair or something. But like, I totally see like he could do it. And he's Irish, like Pierce Brosnan, so why not? And he's definitely
Oh,
in like.
Pierce Brosnan was not my favorite. Ooh, there's a guy named Callum Turner who's a potential name there.
That does sound familiar.
Yeah, I don't know what he's. Oh, he's in a lot of movies. But while he's not kind of that macho gorgeousness like Daniel Craig is, he could pull it off. He's got a nice face. Physique is, fit.
Uh, there is something about this constantly squinted eyes that doesn't bounce me right about him, but that just might be
Okay.
me.
So another one is Richard Madden. I don't
Oh,
know.
Richard Madden would have been perfect. I'm not sure if he's just not too old for this
No,
now.
and they
No,
said
he's
he's.
39. Well, he's
Oh
just
my
3 years
gosh.
younger than Cavill, so like I don't know, like why are they saying that Cavill is too old if Madden is like right up
Okay,
there?
let's be
But
honest. Do you
Madden,
actually
yeah,
think Cavill is too old? No, he's in fantastic shape. Is he an absolutely hot ticket who would bring in tons of people? Yes. Would he
hell
require a
yeah.
fairly decent paycheck?
Well, they already have a high budget stuff for this because they already have a director.
Yeah.
You know who's the director for the next James Bond film, right?
No, I have no idea.
Denis Villeneuve.
Oh, really? I'm not going to watch that movie then. I just watched some of his stuff the other day and realized, no, nope,
He did
nope,
the
nope.
Dune. He
I
did
know.
the
I love Dune, and then
Blade
I
Runner
saw something else.
2049.
I,
What?
that's what it was. I was watching Blade Runner 2049, and I'm like, nope, 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 nope.
He did The Arrival with Amy Adams. That was a brilliant science
I
fiction
have never
movie.
seen that movie.
You've never seen it.
I
It's
have never
so
seen The Arrival.
great. It was before the Dunes, the Blade Runner stuff, and everything around it. It was aliens come to Earth, and we have no means of communicating. And the linguist specialist, Amy Adams, is trying to
Ah,
figure out the method of communicating. And the way that they go about it is so freaking brilliant. It's still like it's one of those films that stay in my mind. I love Denis Villeneuve. Whatever he does, I think he touch of gold. He does a
for
touch of gold.
for me, he's very hit and miss. Some of his things are really good. I like Dune, the first one, the best.
I haven't seen the second one still. I kind of
The
regret it,
third
but
one
I
comes
can't
out
get
at
around it because it's 3 hours of my life.
well, if you can download it and watch it in hunks, it's not bad. Dune Part 3, they were advertising when I went to the theater last week, so. But it's a December release. And I,
But
I
what
will.
did he miss in your opinion? I'm curious.
I'm going to say this the wrong way. It's the weight. Weight. It doesn't. It doesn't feel right. It feels like I'm watching a movie.
But what? But you are supposed to be watching.
No, you're supposed to get engrossed with it. And sometimes his stuff is I'm watching a movie. Sometimes his stuff is I'm there. So Dune 1, I'm there. I'm on Arrakis. I'm on, wherever I am. I think he does a great job with that. I don't know how else to describe it. I'm not a movie,
But
technical
which movie
person.
do you think was a miss?
Um, Hang on. Because I have to go back and look. Blade Runner, I definitely thought was a miss.
What?
Yeah.
I thought it was such a brilliant follow-up to the first one, and it
And
didn't actually tarnish the original film,
let's see. Let's look at
which
this.
was a very easy thing to do, actually.
I thought the first movie was so good. Maybe I'm just prejudiced because I saw the first one. I'm like, yeah, that rocks it. Sicario. Blech.
I've never seen that.
Yeah, you're fine. And there's an old one here. I want to make sure this is the right movie. No, that's not the movie. There's one called Maelstrom, but that's not the one I'm thinking of. Let's see what else there is.
See, for Blade Runner and Dune alone, I think I'm willing to give him a credit
Well,
of
I
interest.
will do this. I will watch Arrival.
Arrival is
That's what
so good.
that's what she said. See, Sicario got such hype and such praise, and I'm like, it's a movie.
Yeah, but Richard Madden would have worked for
Yeah,
Bond.
Richard Madden would definitely have worked. Of course, back in
Absolutely
the day,
delicious, by the way.
a long time ago, they had been talking about Idris Elba like a decade ago. He would have been great, though now he's way too old.
I'm just realizing that Richard Madden is only 1 year older than I am.
Good morning, Cliff.
And he's also from a similar period of time. He's only getting his birthday a month later than I am. So we're going to be the same age for a month.
Woo! You'll be twins.
He's a bit of the short side, though, isn't he?
Yeah, but a lot of actors are on the short side. That's pretty easy to fix.
Yeah, I know. Tom Cruise has been very hard at work to make sure that it's fixed every single
Yeah,
time. He makes people kneel in front of him and just make
yeah.
sure that he doesn't.
I'm
Yeah,
sure he does.
177 centimeters. My ex-boyfriend was that height. It would have been awkward still to
Yep,
have a James Bond that I can look down on.
that would have fixed that. But yeah, you need to be eyes at a level. If I can quote some Rex Stout.
I would rather have someone of ice level. I think, I mean, I think Richard Madden is great. I've seen him in a couple of things, and so there was this miniseries. With an actress who voiced Lara Croft in video games for a couple of years, but she's an extremely busy British actress. She does all the stuff. Apparently, she's connected to the new Tomb Raider movie.
Hold,
No, series.
hold on one second. Cliff, do I not see you here? Oh, there you are. Sorry. Cliff, invitation is sent.
Mm, but yeah, it's
Which actress
interesting.
is this?
Uh, Keely Hawes.
Oh, okay. I was just.
I think she's got such a beautiful voice just in general, and I love her pronunciation of English British. It was her, Laura, that actually taught me how to accentuate. When
uh,
I am accentuating it right now, this is literally almost maybe not to spot on because wasn't trying to mimic her, but I did learn how to accentuate certain syllables and sounds in the same way that she did because I thought she was superb. It sounds aristocratic enough, but it also sounds witty enough when she does it, and I just love her voice. She's just brilliant. But yeah, I'm very curious what they're gonna do with the new Bond because it doesn't always necessarily depend on the actor alone. It's gonna be a huge tandem of things, and this is under
yes,
Amazon right now
but if you put the
because
wrong
Amazon bought
actor in the role,
MGM.
it's going to ruin it.
I
What's
still
the guy who?
remember
Go ahead.
George Lazenby.
Yep, that's the one I was thinking of. Yep, yep. Nope.
Such a miscasting. I mean,
Yep.
I didn't care for Richard Dalton, Timothy Dalton. Still think he's a great actor,
Yeah,
but that wasn't
it
just
wasn't a good fit. I'll be honest. I love Pierce Brosnan, but that wasn't a great fit either.
really. I mean, he was great in GoldenEye.
He was very good in Goldeneye, but I think it was hold it. The World Is Not Enough. I liked that movie. I thought he did a good job, but there's one in between those two.
The last one was also terrible.
What was the last one?
That was 2001, 2002. I can't
You
remember the title.
the Chinese one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it had its moments. Good morning, Chosen. It had its moments, but unfortunately, the moments that I really remember are some of the technical ones, like the DMZ when it blows up and it's just the rows of the landmines going off in sequence. Boom, 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 boom. That was so nice. But you can't make a movie out of that.
No,
But it was good.
I'm afraid you can't.
Other than that, that one was the one with Rosamund Pike.
Yeah.
I love
Wasn't that
her.
Die Another Day?
Yeah, Die Another Day. That was it.
Because that's the one that has a scene with Madonna, and Madonna actually does the opening theme for it.
Yeah,
And she actually got it weaseled herself onto the set to play a small role of a
yeah. She played
fencing trainer,
right,
if I
exactly.
remember,
Yeah.
of Rosamund Pike's character.
Yep.
Didn't it have Robert Carlyle as the villain for it, or
I
was
don't
this the wrong
remember.
film?
Chosen says he just
Because
woke
he
up.
was a villain in one of those films with Brosnan. Let me see. Robert Carlyle.
Uh,
Which Bond did you do? Oh, he's 65. Oh, I wouldn't tell. Okay, what did he do?
Let's see who was in that one. I'm looking at the IMDb. Oh, that was 2002.
World is not enough. Okay, so that was not the one with him, I
It's
think.
not Die Another Day either.
Wait, that's World is not enough. Is the one? Wait. Oh no, that was with Sophie Marceau. No,
Okay.
never mind. Yeah, he was the villain. It was from 1999.
Oh, that's back when. Yeah, there's not a whole lot of names in The World Is Not Enough. Sorry, in Die Another Day. But dang, Toby Stevens was Gustav Graves.
Oh, Yeah. Halle Berry, Toby Stevens, Rosamund Pike.
I liked Halle Berry. I thought she was fine. They had talked about making a spin-off movie based on Jinx.
Oh, I think she was adorable. I
Yeah,
loved her.
but she
It
was
was the
tough.
first. I think it was the first one they actually. The actor who played Cube passed on, and they actually replaced him with John Cleese, which
Right,
was
yeah.
actually an interesting choice, but I didn't mind it.
No, no, I thought he pulled it off very well. Cliff, you have to tell us what you want to do. What was I disliked the last of the Daniel Craig ones though. Ugh. Ugh. It was clear, actually, two of them.
Everyone hated it, even Daniel Craig hated it, I think, because he
Yeah,
doesn't really talk about that movie.
actually, Quantum of Solace was pretty awful,
No, it
and
was absolutely abysmal. I don't understand why that movie was even made. I
yeah,
understand that they wanted something of a closure after the train wreck of emotional train wreck for Bond after Casino Royale, because I get it. Like, I
Casino
get it. The
Royale was
betrayal of that level gets you
so good.
wrecked, but I still Casino Royale was such a high note. Everything worked. The transition from Brosnan era to Craig era was marvelously
Yeah,
carried over. I still love Judi Dench, even though she
yeah.
was kind of. It was kind of confusing why she's with a different Bond who actually just got his 007 status,
Hmm.
but still she's carrying on like she was always the M.
Yeah, I
But then
kind of
again, this is actually playing the tone of actually James Bond being a cryptonym, not an actual name.
yeah, yeah.
It's just an agent who gets nicknamed James Bond. His real name is never disclosed,
Hmm.
and this is his working like position because MI6 just wants people to know that their operative is on site. Be afraid because he has Luke's cannon or something like it. It would have been great, like way if that was more blatantly explained that this is a mechanic, like this is a dynamic that they're going for deliberately, not instead of like just being in passing, right?
Let me interrupt for one sec. Cliff needs to destroy 10 Borg ships. Cliff, do you have a preference in which 10 Borg ships? Because we just did Hive Onslaught, so that's out. We could do Guillotine. We could do
Resistance of Starbase One, that's a
Resistance
good
of
one as
Starbase
well.
1. Would that work for you? We have not done that in a long time. Lots of
Would
Borgie
have worked
ships.
for me. I couldn't get a queued the other day,
Well, we
and
got
I
three
really
of us
wanted
here, so
to.
it might work. Let's give that a shot. Okay, we are queued for Resistance of Starbase 1. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, Craig Arrow was a hit and miss too.
Yeah, Skyfall. I,
Casino
I
Royale,
loved
absolute.
Skyfall.
Casino Royale was a
Oh
blast.
my gosh.
Quantum of Solace shouldn't exist.
Wee woo.
Everything about it was just yeah, we were. Everything about Quantum of Solace was abysmal.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
Unfortunately, the character, the God, what was his name? The one that gets killed in Quantum of Solace.
uh,
Like the guy who allies with him and kind of is the undercover guy and helps him out in Casino Royale, and I can't remember his name.
you mean oh my God,
Like
Felix
those.
Leiter?
No, it's not Felix. Felix is a constant. Felix dies and comes back all the time.
Mm, Are we talking about Quantum of Solace?
Yeah, there's a character in here.
God, I phased my. I only remember it had Olga Kurylenko in it, and that's the extent of what I remember about it.
Giancarlo Giannini, who played Renee Mathis.
Well, Mathis was.
He dies in that one, and he dies stupidly. I mean, I think they could have done it so much better if they had a completely different script.
Rene Mathis.
Yeah.
Wait, he played Mathis in Quantum of sorry in Casino Royale as
Right,
well.
right, right. He winds up
Oh
being the
yeah,
ally,
yeah.
and he gets
His
carried
death
into the
pissed
next
me
one and
off.
gets killed. And I'm like, no, no, good
Yeah,
character. Do
his
not
death
kill
pissed
good
me off as
characters.
well. Totally,
Yeah,
totally. I totally see that. It pissed me off as well.
probably ought to look at what I'm doing. Oh,
That
I
was such an
remember this one.
unnecessary death. He was
Yep,
such a cool addition to the
he sure
universe.
was. I did switch that. Yay me! I've been trying to switch
Switch
out
what?
um, my keybinds. I have
Oh,
two of them. One is called Carl, and one is called 8 Ball. And all of this account was on 8 Ball, and now I can't find the original file. So if I change anything,
uh oh.
I don't have the file. So that's okay. I prefer Carl over 8 Ball anyway. And I have the original Carl file. And Taz has been helping me work on them, but because I don't keep them in the same file, I can't go back and find them easily. I spent a huge amount of time with Pi on the phone on Saturday fixing a few things. And then I went back in to go to my secured account on something else for my investments. And my TFA is disabled. And I don't remember disabling it. So I'm on
TFA.
the two-factor authentication, security measure.
Oh.
So it's supposed to call my phone and tell me that I'm attempting to get into the system. And it's not doing that. So I was talking to my accountant yesterday. He's going, "Did you disable it? Because you can on login." Like, I don't remember disabling it.
It might have just popped in and you were trying to dismiss it and you might have clicked.
Yeah, exactly. So he's going to check
Kind of
today.
situation.
And if need be, re-enable it.
Oh, that's important, actually.
It's very important. I mean, I'm here, so nobody's doing it, and my son has access to it because he has access to my account. But I'm going to be traveling with this computer in a couple months, and boy, do I not want that to automatically go to TFA, or to not go to TFA when I'm traveling.
My account is strictly connected to my phone, and that's behind the encryption and codes, so I don't think anyone's getting to my money.
Well, fortunately, if I try to do anything with that account, my accountant has to call me, or his secretary has to call me, and assistant, whatever she is. "Mary, I know who you are. You're amazing." If I call you a secretary and that's not what you are, just know I love you dearly. She is amazing. But
it might be like Secretary of State or something like that. That's an important secretary position.
Hey, all secretaries are important. You want to succeed in business, get to know all the secretaries, know the cleaning people. It's amazing what their goodwill will do for you.
There is a content creator on TikTok that he's absolutely hilarious. He's from Australia, I want to say, because he has a very peculiar accent that is kind of giving off a blend of British and something else, and he's definitely Australian. Julian Sewell.
I don't know that name.
You might have run into his alias when he's pretending to be a movie star. He does this movie star that's been passed on in Oscars 18 times in a row, called Paloma Diamond. And it started with just everyone was doing spoofs of Oscars. There was like everyone's looking at the faces of actresses when they're expecting to get the best actress in the movie or something. And then you decided to create a series of skits where Paloma Diamond is being passed on, and she's such a great actress. Everyone praises her, and yet she's still being passed for an Oscar. And it became such an alias that they're actually even celebrities at this point that are actually having collaborations with him, and it's like doing promos and stuff for like Devil Wears Prada and stuff like that. So he's doing a new series that I think is absolutely hilarious because it's a receptionist that is as your doctor's office, and she's been in this position for 30 years. And I think he's doing an American accent in it, and she's absolutely hilarious because he is absolutely hilarious as her. And he's doing this like she's munching on something. She doesn't care anymore. Like
Oh,
what
I
she's
know which one
presenting.
you're
Like
talking about. Yes.
you run into this skit.
Yes, I've seen the skit.
I think it's absolutely genius. And there's actually, if she's coming off as mean, is she helpful? Is she kind? You kind of can't figure it out. It's just like I love it. I love that actually stuff like TikTok and YouTube allow people that are creative in some way to actually, actually be out there without, having managers and casting directors and stuff like that. They just do their stuff. They find algorithms throwing viewers their way, and it just builds up like a snowball.
Well, I don't know if you were in on the conversation we were having about this, but something has popped up recently with why television isn't doing well lately. Mad Henry, good morning to you and welcome aboard. How are you doing?
Television not doing well lately,
In terms,
as in like lately as in 3 decades the past,
well,
like
it's
two to the
dropping more and more,
last
but of
decade.
late, what defines a popular TV show would not have been a popular is one thing, but successful TV shows and financially rewarding TV shows are becoming rarer and rarer because, for the most part, you can go on TikTok or YouTube or any of the little ones and you can see homemade stuff that is more creative, more original, and doesn't have to worry about approval from the powers that be to get out there.
Yep.
Yeah, and I will doom scroll for an hour at night where I will not sit down and watch TV.
I totally would rather sit on TikTok for 2 hours than watch 2 hours of TV series blocks running on the TV. There's a reason why I haven't had a television ever since I moved out of my. I mean, I have a TV set,
Yes.
but it doesn't plug into like a receiver, like a
Yeah.
antenna, like a cable TV. It
Yeah.
never had because there's nothing in there. I'd rather just have it plugged to my consoles, put a Blu-ray or DVD on,
Yep.
or like play a video game, or watch TikTok on my phone right now than just deal with the stuff that they're like throwing out in Indian televisions. Like the series are like they're either keeping with something that sells, so it's like a medical TV series that's been running for the past 30 years and it cannot die, because people watch it out of probably habit than anything else, and they're probably like at a certain age where they just have like the security of having the same show running for the past 30 years. But it's like that's not something that's gonna engage me. I hate talking heads. Like I hate like our television has gone bad as well because we used to have we still have that network, but they've gone really bad because they only do reality shows now
Ugh.
and
Yeah.
para-documentary stuff, which is like
If you give me a real documentary, I will totally watch that.
I would love a real documentary, but they're running para-documentary, which is like staged people are pretending of issues. Their acting is absolutely abysmal because it feels like I don't know, like a recreation of events of some crime or something, and
Mm-hmm.
it's so boring, like it puts me to sleep. Or we have like fake court cases where the actual judge that is well seasoned and she's seen stuff in her life is pretending to be a judge in a real like judiciary hearing. But those are such melodramatic,
Yep. Yep. Yep.
stupid, tedious,
Yep. Yep. Yep.
really
Yep.
just
Totally
blown
know
out of
what you mean.
proportion situations. It's like I would rather like watch paint dry than watch that kind of stuff on my free time. Like
There's
sorry,
Borgies.
but not sorry. That network used to do such ambitious stuff that I still can't get over it, and they just stopped even broadcasting stuff from outside because they'd rather do three para documentaries that are running like in the line next to each other that are probably cheaper and still have some sort of viewership. And I'm just wondering who is that viewership? I want names. I want addresses. I want to talk to these people. I want to send them to a psychiatrist and a good evaluation because that is not normal to watch this so eagerly that it actually runs for like last decade without a momentary break. I don't get it. I don't understand it. I need to understand what is making people tune in specifically for that. It's like a different thing if you were watching a TV series. It ends, but you're doing something. You don't have the time to switch the channel,
Yep.
and it
Yeah.
just continues to run. But there are people who are actually, oh, the thing is on. It's like, are you seriously deliberately tuning to this? Like, what is wrong with you? It's just, I don't get it. I
So,
don't get
getting
it.
back to the home brewed stuff, I actually passionately follow this one lady out of Canada who basically writes little 1 to 2 minute skits about what's going on in an office. And it's been interesting because you start following a character, and then the focus kind of turns over to one of her co-workers, and this first character disappears. She goes on medical leave. She goes on maternity leave. And now we're focused on this other character who has low self-esteem, and her boss helps to crush her self-esteem, but they bring in somebody else. And this is all played by one actress, doing all the roles, including all the male roles. And the focus is never the same character beyond like 5 or 6 episodes. So you get to know this character, and then maybe her situation resolves, maybe it doesn't, but the focus changes and changes. And it's just like real life. People aren't static. It's not the same story over and over. They're not solving, problems like in a
No.
medical drama. They don't find the killer, et cetera, et cetera. And each episode's, like I said, under 2 minutes. And I cannot wait for this next episode to find out if the boss gets fired.
Yeah, I know. It's like there are a
Yep.
couple of things that I've been watching religiously. I just can't miss an episode on TikTok, which is like, am I not really paying for this? This is not a
Yep.
subscription-based thing.
Yep.
I don't understand. Like, there are comments under some of those series that are running on TikTok for like a consecutive year or something, and it's like, oh, hang on, my show is on, and everyone's throwing everything and just watching it because it's just so addictive. Like this guy that throws these horror things about Kevin and his scary mother, the one they've sent you. I am glued to the screen for this. I'm terrified to the core, but this is so much better than half of the horrors that have
Yeah.
been put up in the last decade.
Yeah. It's because people can be incredibly creative when they don't have to comply with uh,
Yeah, and they just
corporate
not even
guidelines.
about being. It doesn't even have to be politically incorrect that they have the freedom of being politically incorrect, because these platforms have the same rules anyway. Like TikTok has the same rules that they enforce certain words cannot be said, etc.
Yep.
They still find a way to be creative enough to create something engaging,
Yep.
fresh,
Yep. Yep. Yep.
brilliant, funny, engaging, and it doesn't require big corporate studio that is attached to it, doesn't need a big name attached to it, and it still finds engagement, and it still finds it creates fans all over the world. It's like it's so funny that I sometimes run into a person that I just don't know very well, but I'm just seeing, oh, you're watching this too. It's like, what? What are the odds? We have a good sense of humor, like, right? It's like you have a good taste. Yeah, it's so sad that television and even streaming has gone to a point where it's just so secure. They just want to make sure that this sells, and there's no experimentation. There's no art in it.
Well, I'm
There's very little room for
I'm
art.
going to say that Amazon movies, since they're now making movies, has been a lot more innovative and creative. I mean, they did Project Hail Mary, which I think coming out of a studio they never would have done because first of all they would never have let Lord and Miller direct it the way they directed it. But it
Oh yeah, this
is,
is that the guys that were supposed to direct the Star Wars
yeah,
thing,
and
the
they
Han Solo.
right, and they didn't, and it's a shame because I think it would have been a better movie if they had. But while it
No,
has well, if you haven't seen it yet, we're going to do it on Friday. But it has a lightheartedness, but it still understands that cracking a joke to tell a joke is one thing. Cracking a joke because the situation's incredibly stressed out and you need something to lighten the atmosphere is a different thing. So,
no.
there's a lot of moments there where there is humor going on, but it's a tension break, just like in real life. It's like what we really do.
I mean, yeah, I'm sure. I'm all for that. The problem is that I've read about a lot of stuff that came out from like inside
Hmm.
of that production when they were doing Solo, and that was just a I think there was a miscommunication in terms of what these directors wanted to
Yeah,
do
yeah.
and what Disney expected of them to do. What the way they wasted kind of the time to reshoot stuff millions of times, same scenes were reshot because it didn't crack the same vibe that they expected, but it wasn't very clear what they expected. So there was just like probably a lot of miscommunicating between them and the production
Oh yeah,
studio, and that's probably why it just didn't pan out. Which, in the end of the day, it could have been an email, not an entire movie. And
yeah.
but that's.
That's actually a really good joke. Huzzah asks, did Worf ever crack a joke?
Worf?
Yeah, was he given lines that were humorous? Absolutely. Did
Yeah.
he ever crack a joke though?
Would they
That's a
deliver it like he wanted to be funny?
Yeah. I mean, I won't go into that because we'll see that on Friday. But there are times. Excuse me one second. I I don't remember him ever cracking a joke intentionally.
I don't. I can't recall
I-
myself. I know that Michael Dorn knew that they were writing his lines to be deliberately funny, but they weren't supposed to be funny, as in
Right.
like Worf didn't intend to be laughed at.
Well,
He had that's one of the reasons why I never liked Worf. He had no sense of humor. There was no humanity in there. There was nothing there. It was
okay.
just he was more like a robot than Data was to me.
We can agree to disagree on that one. Cliff says, I protest. I am not a merry man. So there is a funny line delivered by a straight guy, and I'm talking about the terminology for the guy who delivers that line. Um, and it comes off as quite humorous, but it's not a joke. But we knowing the
Hmm.
references, perceive it as a joke. Just like him falling asleep on the bridge was funny. Like him doing the whole I am morph son of blah 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 blah. I have made tea. Do you take sugar? Is a funny line.
That's absolutely hilarious. Or like,
And I shall make it a
just so much
threesome,
stuff.
or whatever that line
Yeah.
is. Again, great, funny lines, but delivered with
Again,
absolutely no humor in it,
and it was
which is
played
funny.
off the last time. I was like, do you even hear yourself?
Yeah, exactly. It's really well written, humorous
Uh,
lines.
yeah, absolutely. Loved it.
Yeah. So,
Killed me
delivering.
with that line, honestly. I remember just I didn't believe it that they cracked a joke like that on him. It's like, wow, this is so good. This is so freaking good.
Cliff says the actor was very funny on stage. He is really fun to watch in the panels at conventions because he does have a good sense of humor. And maybe you have to be able to deliver those lines deadpan, just flat out, and let everybody else enjoy the line. So Helen Hayes, when she was, I'm sure you don't know who Helen Hayes is, but she was an actress in the 30s and 40s, primarily a stage actress, but she did some really good movies as well. But when she was in training, she said that her acting coach said, if you are crying, the audience isn't. So you have to evoke the emotions in them to have it really resonate. And I think it's the same thing with Worf. He delivers these funny lines that makes the audience and even the other people in the situation react as though it's a joke, but without making it a joke. And again, that comes to my opinion. One, good writing, good directing, and good acting. And yes, Michael Dorn tells great stories. I have to get his autograph this year. I'm
Oh, you
taking.
totally should.
Well, I should get it in two places. I just can't probably afford that, but we'll see. But I have my framed picture from TNG, which has got everybody's autographed except his. And I'm loath to take it with because it's a really inexpensive picture, and if I take it out there and it gets damaged, there's no way to replace it. We will see.
Hmm.
But I could always have him sign my book. It's not the same thing, but yeah, we will see. As I
Yep.
said, this will be my last trip going out there to do the booth. I might go out to do autographs one year, but I don't know. Honestly, I've been to so many over the years that it's the same thing with the panels. You hear the same stories, you don't hear a lot of new stuff, and you kind of get the feeling that at times they get tired of doing these. So the last panel we went to was Dave Blass, the set designer for Picard.
Yep.
That was a panel. That was a guy who was just doing the nerdy tech stuff from behind the scenes, and it was just like, ooh, nerd out time for me. And so was everybody else in the audience.
Yeah.
Uber nerds, if you will. But that was fascinating.
Hey, nothing wrong with being uber nerds.
Yeah, I enjoyed that one. I suppose I should go about starting my day here. On behalf of everybody
Yeah.
here at the whatever the heck we're at, let's go find somebody to raid. Who are we gonna go
Whatever the
raid?
heck we at.
Yeah,
I
whoever
love
we
it.
are today. I've only had a cup of coffee. It's not enough.
Who are we anyway?
Who are we? Let's see. I am the Great Cornholio is out there. We're going to go raid Cornholio today because we haven't raided him for a while. All right. So now that I know who we are, on behalf of everybody here at Welcome to the Moopsyverse, I want to thank you for joining us today. We will be back, I think, this evening. I'm not going to guarantee that, but I don't have class this week. And probably not next week, so we will enjoy this for the time being. But as we like to say around here, stay
Stop
moopsome.
on.
Who are you? We are the knights who say...
Moopsy.
Ooh, it doesn't want to move over there. Raid,
Hmm.
raid. Let's try that again. There we go. We have raided.
Yay! It worked.
Yay!